Hey guys, so in this video I'm going to go ahead and do my review video on My Little Pony Season 5, Episode 23. Alright, so in this episode it first starts off with Fluttershy and her little animal friends at her cottage and they start off with having a little book club. However, then her cutie mark starts glowing, which means the map is calling her on a mission to go calling her for a mission to go on. However, that means Fluttershy had to be excused from her book club. But I thought it was cute how this episode started off with Fluttershy and her cute little animal friends. But anyway, so after the intro, Fluttershy then meets up with Twilight at the castle and notices that her cutie mark is glowing too. I'm glad they both got summoned by the map because I think these two would make a great team. I think they would do a great job working together. Anyway, so then Fluttershy and Twilight go into the room where the map is located, and that's also filled with a bunch of books that Twilight had been reading to get some info on their journey. And then Twilight shows Fluttershy where on the map they'll be going. And it's this place called the Smoky Mountains. Fluttershy got excited about their mission because of some of the animals that will be there. So then Twilight and Fluttershy grab their heavy bags that they plan to take with them on their mission, and Twilight and Fluttershy end up using the balloon you see in the intro to get there. So as they continue to make their way there, Twilight decided to put the balloon somewhere on the ground before reaching the valley, and from there they decide to use their wings to fly over there. However, once they got there, they saw some pumpkins flying in the sky. So Fluttershy and Twilight flew over to where the hoof fields are located to get an idea of why pumpkins are being thrown in the air. And they were told that they were throwing pumpkins at the McCults. And Twilight and Fluttershy and the hoof fields also got a chance to introduce themselves as well. And that's also where Twilight tells them that they came to help them with their friendship problem, even though they claimed it wasn't a friendship problem. However, Twilight decided to ask when they did what they did to make them angry. And once yeah, so alright, so yeah. So then sorry, sometimes I tend to lag, get distracted a little. But anyway, so then Fluttershy and Twilight decide to fly over to the McCults to get their side of the story, and tells them that they're there to solve their problems with the hoof fields and help them to become friends with them. Then once the McCults addressed what the Hoofields did to make them angry, and you remember the scene where the pumpkins were being thrown in the air? Well, that led the Hoofields to pick up the pumpkin mess they left them with. Then Twilight offered a suggestion of meeting a certain location and talking to each other. However, they didn't buy it, but then Twilight decided to fly in the sky and announce loudly, saying something to help them become friends again. However, that didn't work, and that's where the Hoofields started launching tomatoes at the McCults. So then Twilight flies over to the Hoofields to tell them to stop fighting, but apparently they misunderstood them. So then the McCults started launching a huge stack of hay at them. That's where Twilight continued to try and figure out what started the rivalry. But really, the overall details they were getting is pretty much just about winning and when it's over and stuff like that. So later on in this episode, Twilight and Fluttershy and the Hoofields head over to the McCults with an apology cake to help them out. However, once the cake got there, some of the Hoofields came out at the cake and started throwing some parts of the cake, and And then that's where they started fighting again, to the extent where Twilight ended up feeling helpless. So then Fluttershy came across some animals that were hungry and cold too. And they also know some important things of what happened. And that's where Twilight uses a big spell to not only get them to stop fighting, but physically freeze them as well with her magic. And that's where Twilight gave a history lecture on the valley that involved a couple of stallions that once lived there, and it also explains how the Huffields and the McColds lived in those two different mountains and it actually had to do with those two stallions who originally moved there, and they started fighting in the first place. Then and then after Fluttershy told them that story, she brought the animals to their attention about the whole situation as well, and that's where the McColds said they never meant to hurt them, and that's where one of the Huffields apologized to them about it as well. And so the little animal friends accepted their apology, and that's where Twilight unfroze them, and that's where the Huffields and the McColds promised not to fight with each other anymore. So in the next scene, the Huffields and the McColds decided to do some construction around the place to make things look a little nicer. And then Twilight and Fluttershy's cutie marks began to glow, which means they accomplished their mission. So overall, I thought this was a pretty good episode. It was nice seeing Twilight and Fluttershy work together, and as usual, it was cute seeing Fluttershy show her love and support for her little animal friends. And I enjoy seeing Twilight show the magic of friendship to them as well as the Princess of Friendship. So this is my review on My Little Pony Season 5, Episode 22. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time, alright? Alright, thanks guys. Alright, bye.